Hey, what's up guys, it's Rob. Hope you're doing really good out there. So an interesting thing happened lately. I hit 12,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel and I'm very, very happy about it. So I just want to say a massive thank you to anybody who's subscribed, liked, commented, watched, enjoyed anything to do with my YouTube channel. It really means a lot. I only really started to take this YouTube channel a little bit more seriously and actually start making videos properly from around about 2016 onwards. But I actually believe I started this YouTube channel 10 years before that in 2006. And for the first decade of actually having the channel, I didn't really do much with it. But that doesn't mean that in that first decade of having my YouTube channel that I didn't do anything. I did make some videos, I did post some videos on this channel, and they are still there. But for very good reasons, those videos are hidden. So they're still on my channel, but no one can see them but me. And I thought that was gonna stay that way, but as I've just hit 12,000 subscribers, I thought it'd be kind of cool maybe to take a look back at where my channel started with the first videos that I posted, and we can kind of watch them together. I'll react to them. Hopefully you guys can react to them in the comments. Let me know what you think about the videos and all that sort of stuff. And hopefully this will be a little bit of fun. It might be a little bit cringy, might be embarrassing, but that's what we're about to find out. So without further ado, let's go and take a look at some of my first videos on this YouTube channel. So here we go. This is my YouTube channel. The very first page. Wow, this is 218. I must have made 218 videos on this channel. Yeah, and the entire first page here is all privated. You can't see any of these videos on YouTube unless I give you the link, which I certainly won't be doing. Some of them are covers, some Joe Satriani ones there. We've got Zakk Wylde, No More Tears, actually an Ozzy Osbourne song, and November Rain. And there's some Dream Theater. I'm not going to show that one either, but any covers I'm not going to show just because of copyright reasons. So let's look at the first video. So when was this one? Blues Solo Improv. July 17th, 2007. I will have been 17, going on 18 at this point. Anyway, are we ready for this? I used to wear this massive hat, as you can clearly see there, because I didn't know anything about style, not that I do now, but I just grew my hair at this point in my life and I didn't know what to do with it, so I just left it long. But I used to wear this massive hat to try and control it a little bit, and I literally never took that thing off. I wore that hat all of the time. Wow. I've got way too much gain on this tone straight away. It's a blues, slow blues improv, and there's so much gain on that tone. And wow, you can see I've got my posters on the wall. This is my bedroom back in the day. I got John Petrucci there. I think that's Dimebag. You can see his knee just to the left of him. I think that's a Dream Theater poster. So you can kind of tell the sort of bands I was listening to at this point in my life. There's a lot of metal. Oh, I've got my SG as well. This is my vintage SG. It's not a Gibson, it's not an Epiphone, it's the brand Vintage, if you know those brands and those guitars. I kind of miss that guitar. I kind of wish I still had it. It was quite cool. I can't play the guitar without moving my mouth. I remember this. I remember filming this video and watching it back, and it might have been one of the first times that I'd actually seen myself play guitar rather than just hear it. And I noticed watching it back that like I'll do bends and slides and little licks and stuff like that, and my mouth will be moving with it. And that still happens now. For some reason, guitar playing is linked to my mouth. Does that happen to anyone else? If it does, leave me a comment and let me know that I'm not alone in that, but I can't play anything. It's weird when I see some people play the guitar and their face is just absolutely motionless. And it's like there's no emotion and no motion as well, because that just doesn't happen with me. I can't play a bend or anything without moving my mouth. I love that head bob. I'll go back a little bit. I'm really getting into it. I mean, this is quite reserved. I remember sort of filming this, and I think that I was just very aware that the camera was filming me. And I think I was actually recording the audio into my computer, which was quite advanced for me at the time. But the camera was filming, and I'd never done anything like this, so I think I was super aware that I was being filmed. So I was trying to hold back because my thought was probably start slow and then build to all the shred that I liked doing at the time. I had no idea about phrasing, timing wasn't great and everything like that. I just probably had a few licks and I knew how to play in a certain key, and that was probably about the extent of this. I literally look like I'm chewing gum, but I promise I wasn't. And it's actually weird as well seeing me without facial hair. I can't remember the last time I didn't have facial hair. Look at that. Look, that is a guy. I mean, 18-year-old me. He felt his guitar playing. You go, lad. I got some pretty good vibrato, actually, looking back at this. I mean, well, I think I started playing in 2003/4. This is like 3 years later, 3-4 years of guitar playing. I think I've got some, not only a little bit of speed, but some good vibrato as well. Just absolutely no idea of phrasing, and some techniques could definitely use some improvement. You can tell most of this is guesswork as opposed to actually sort of phrases that I know will work. I just went to do something and I completely backed out of it. No idea. It was the wrongest note ever. It was the most impossibly wrong note. Out of key. How to make a wrong note work is just try and fit a phrase or a lick around it. I think it was the flat 5, actually. I think it was technically in the blues scale, that note. I think it's the flat 5, but you know, the rule of thumb with playing the flat 5 or the blues scale is not to start or end your phrase on that note, but kind of fit it in the middle somewhere. That's how it works. It doesn't work to start on it, and that's why that sounds dreadful, but I kind of build it into the next little phrase. I think that was like quite a fairly new phrase for me at the time, a fairly new lick, so I did that one a lot at the time. I remember that. And that's me for the rest of the video, just shredding away on that one, but that's 2007, my guitar playing. So I've got another video lined up here. It's another blues solo. This one is blues guitar solo. Instead of blues solo improv, we have blues guitar solo. And this one's 13 years ago. 2009, okay. So we're a couple of years in between now. So how was my playing changed in the couple of years since the last video? To be fair, again, way too much gain on that tone. And I'm on my Strat this time. The Strat that I still use now, the blue Strat that you might have seen in some of my other videos, that's that guitar. I kind of separated my parts into little phrases this time, as opposed to just playing stuff over a backing track. I'm kind of separating them into little phrases, I noticed. And not only that, like some pretty good vibrato going on. So some strong gain, but some good little phrases. I remember the sweatbands as well. I'm wearing a ring, and I used to wear sweatbands, one on each arm, and I think that was my sort of James Hetfield kind of thing. I noticed James Hetfield wore a lot of sweatbands, so I think I wanted to be James Hetfield at the time. Like I said in the last video, I realised that my mouth moved, and I didn't like it when I watched it back, but I also, like, a lot of friends, I think at the time, were commenting on the fact that in the video of me playing, that there was a lot of mouth movement and it was funny, and I didn't like it. I was embarrassed about it at the time, so that's when, you can see in this video, I've kind of cut my head off a little bit. I tried to. You can still see my mouth a little bit, but you can't see my full head, because I didn't like what I saw in the last video. So when I did make some more videos after that, that's why you can't see much of my head. You can still see there that I'm pulling faces, but that's just me. Listen to that there. The one thing I hadn't worked on was my accuracy and sort of making my guitar playing sound cleaner, because I did this slide straight into a load of open strings just ringing out. That would be enough for me to restart this entire thing if I kind of got that these days. You know, it's maybe it's nice that it's kind of there because it's real. And it's, like I said, this whole thing is a real documentation of where my guitar playing was in 2009. I like how there I'm kind of going to like the major third. I'm using like predominantly minor pentatonic scales for all of this, but every now and again I chuck in a little major note, and I absolutely guarantee at that time I had no idea what that meant. I think I just must have figured out accidentally that this certain note sounded good every so often. It's kind of nice to hear that creeping in, but like I said, I had no idea what I was doing. Again with the open strings. I'm liking it, I'm liking it. What on earth was that? Every open string is like a punch in the face. It's nice to see that when I'm watching this. I'm not really always watching the guitar. Like there I'm playing all these phrases, and you can see that I'm not looking at what I'm doing, which kind of tells me that I was like quite free with this at the time, like, and I knew what I was doing enough to not really have to focus it on too much, and maybe just kind of letting myself get carried away with the backing track. I don't know what I tried to do then, but it didn't work, and I tried to style it out. I just played the wrongest phrase at the end of like quite a cool little run, and it didn't end well. I tried to style it out. I think, again, still quite into my shred guitar playing at this point, so I probably just shredded for the rest of this video. Influenced by the likes of John Petrucci, Joe Walsh. I've never listened to any Joe Walsh in my life. I couldn't name you any Joe Walsh apart from, was he in the Eagles? And Gary Moore. Fair enough. John Petrucci and Gary Moore I listened to, but Joe Walsh I didn't. So the next one is another solo improv. We're bored at 2 a.m. Wow, I played this at 2 a.m. and not sleepy, so I made a video. This is when I lived at home, and I definitely couldn't make any noise on the guitar at certain times of night without getting in trouble. So try to ignore my headphone wire. I couldn't do anything about it. Yeah, I'm playing in this video, and I've got my headphones in, and there's a wire flapping about, and it's super distracting. So that's why I put that in the description. Still wearing the sweatbands, I never took those off. At this time I was kind of getting into my Yngwie phase and trying to fit in some more kind of like harmonic minor and some more kind of interesting parts rather than just like pentatonic stuff all the time and bluesy stuff. I was trying to sort of break out of that a little bit at this point, so I'm hearing a lot of that in my playing in this video. Sweep there. Sweep and a tap. Who did I think I was doing that? More sweeping. That was a whole lot of notes. And again, I think I kind of mapped out these certain little new kind of like Ingve style phrases, and I used the hell out of those. I'm just trying to get everything that I could do, any sort of party piece that I had, any sort of flashiness I was trying to get in this, and it's quite obvious. Again, it's quite cool to see. It's me jamming 2 o'clock in the morning, just trying to fit everything that I can possibly do on that guitar into one video. I've got one more video. Let's have a look at this one. Now, this is interesting. This is Parisian Waterways live solo. So this is live. This is at one of my first ever gigs, which is pretty interesting. And I said I wasn't going to show any covers. This is Parisian Waterways, but this is obviously Parisian Waterways by Gary Moore. And this was in a band I was in with my friend Andy, with his dad on bass, his uncle on the keyboard. Obviously, he was drumming, I was on guitar, and obviously we had a singer as well. And we played like a couple of very local gigs at like a cricket club or something on a Saturday night. And we didn't necessarily play music that people actually wanted to hear at gigs. As you know, Parisian Waterways is a good song, but it's not the sort of song you go and watch a band play on a Saturday night. Bit of vibrato. I mean, look at that. I mean, I'm still on my Strat. I think three out of the 4 videos I've shown are on my Stratocaster guitar, so I definitely use that guitar quite a lot. Wearing a flannel shirt, and that is not a hat. That is just my hair. I kind of started to hairspray and try different things, and that hair is like, it's like Lego hair. There's so much hairspray on that. I could literally take it off in one piece at the end of the night. Absolutely no stage presence. There's a part in Parisian Waterways where Gary Moore did this bend, and more so on the live versions of it rather than the studio one, is that bend when we did it, it held it for ages. It just sustained really well, and he could keep it going for as long as he wanted to. And I remember when we were playing this in rehearsals back in the day, it never worked. Every time I got to this part, I'd do the bend and I'd try and hold it for as long as possible, but the note would always die. And then when we got to this gig, it sustained, and you can kind of see I'm surprised. Look at my reaction to the fact that the note just doesn't seem to die. It just kind of stays. I look at Andy, the drummer, and then I look at the singer as if to say, like, where did that come from? As soon as I did the vibrato, it took it away. Even Graham was looking at me like, wow, it worked. This is me preparing for my big solo, my big party piece. This was my party piece of the whole gig, because we played a lot of weird songs where I was just playing a lot of rhythm, simple guitar stuff, but when it got to this one, this was my time to shine. Graham, he does not know what to do with himself. He's just stood there kind of, oh, what is that expression? It's like he's wondering what he's going to have for tea later or something. I don't know. It's not the tightest of phrases, that, is it? The vibe's there. The essence of the guitar playing is there, but that could have been better. That guitar is way too low. Look how low that guitar is. You can see how far I'm trying to reach to get these high frets, because if that guitar was just a little bit higher, I could probably get that a lot better and maybe even make the whole thing sound better. But I thought, no, I'm playing live. I need my guitar to be low and look cool like Slash or something. Is that wah? There's some wah. I've got wah. Song's finishing. This is my big finale, and you can kind of see that I had no idea what I was trying to decide what to do for my big finish. Watch my hands. Too many options. I don't know what to do. Listen to that applause. I think that was my brother making a lot of noise there. I think he was the one filming this, actually, to be honest. The band I was in, I played, I want to say like 2 or 3 gigs with this band, and I remember they were my first proper gigs, and I was dead nervous for each of them. I was with Andy, the drummer. Me and Andy did a lot of stuff together other than this. This is, when was this? 2010. So we did this gig in 2010, and then since then, me and Andy then went to form an originals band, me and some other friends, and Andy being one of them, we all formed an originals band together, which I've not really talked much about on this channel, but that band I was in for almost a decade, touring the country and recording music videos, and we even got in Kerrang! Magazine here in the UK. We did quite a lot of stuff, which was quite cool. But this is before that. This is before any of that was a thing, and it's kind of strange to look back on it. And on the bass, I said it was a band with Andy's dad and his uncle. I don't know about his uncle, but I know that his dad very sadly has passed away in the last couple of years. So the person to my left there, and he just said Rob on the guitar there, as if to sort of invite the audience to sort of make some noise for me and stuff like that. Peter, Andy's dad, was always really, really supportive of Andy and Andy's musical career. And then when me and Andy met and we started doing stuff like this and jamming, and he could see my guitar playing and he wanted to support my guitar playing as well. And no matter what it was, if it was musical, he supported everybody doing it, and he was a super nice guy and super supportive of that. So it's nice that I have this video, and at the end of this, he says Rob on the guitar, so that people can kind of show appreciation for my guitar playing. Rob on the guitar! So it's sad that he's not here anymore, because he was always really nice. But I had some good memories of those gigs, and I still remember them well. And it, like I said, with Andy, it's nice where everything kind of then led to in future and stuff like that. So it's nice to look back at this and have a little bit of a snapshot of what it was like before any of that sort of stuff happened. So there you go, guys. There's a look at some of my first posted videos here on this YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure I started playing guitar in around about 2003, 2004. So it's like 20 years now. And those videos on my YouTube channel, they're the earliest documentation I've actually got of how my guitar playing sounded. So for that reason, I'm just going to keep them there, hopefully forever, until YouTube shuts down or something like that. So yeah, I'm glad that I still have those. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was fun. Like I said, if you've not already, then put something in the comments, let me know what you thought about it. If you did like the video, then don't forget to click the like button as well. If you're new to my YouTube channel, then don't forget to subscribe. I make lots of guitar and music related content just like this, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. But before I go, I just want to say this is probably going to be my last video I make before Christmas, which is in a couple of days. So I just want to say a very happy and Merry Christmas to all of you out there, and a Happy New Year and everything like that. So hopefully lots more videos to come in the new year and everything like that, and probably just after Christmas too. So I will see you then. Take care.